Hey,
Everyone!
hey, Skywalkers, and welcome to Star Wars Day.
Woo! Star Wars Day, May
Return of the
25th.
Jedi Day, Solo, a Star Wars Story Day, and Star Wars Month.
Yes. Isn't this also the 25th? I mean, we're going to talk about it, but it's Star Wars and it's the Phantom Menace Day as well.
Phantom Menace Day was on the 19th.
Right, yeah. Okay. Got it. But that's okay. 19th still works.
That's why we're calling this episode Happy Star Wars Month.
Yes. Yeah, this is exciting. I'm looking forward to talking about this because we reached out and asked you guys for stories.
We got lots of stories that people wanted to share about seeing the film, who they saw it with.
Yep. Of course, your phone goes off.
All right.
Right as we start,
right?
right?
Do I have time for this or?
Oh, if you want to, I can riff.
Okay,
I can say everyone. Hi everyone.
Riff.
We're gonna gather some people.
Hey.
And hi everyone. So Dan is here. Hello. Let's see. What were you doing this day several years ago? Shamim is here. Let's see. And then we also had Star Wars came out on the 25th, right? Yeah. Oh, Kelly is here. Welcome. Awesome. Oh, my mom is here too. Happy Star Wars month. Yay. That's weird, Mom. Your thing didn't come up over here. Okay. Now, okay. Oh, practicing an accordion. That's excellent. What else is everyone doing? Are you guys cooking? Are people driving? Probably not. Are some people at work and playing hooky? I want to know that. I want to know. Okay, and what's today? This is Tuesday. Yes. So Tuesdays at 5, we try to go live. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. And we will also be recording our whole show today, actually. So Kelly just got home from work. Oh my gosh, it's the Chickafence whose birthday is today, right? Happy birthday! Oh my gosh, and you share a birthday with Frank Oz. That is exciting. And it was your hatchling day, I believe, for the Chickafant. Awesome. My mom is weaving. Richard will be back in just a second. Right now, he just turned into Jabba the Hutt. Oh, Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. Yay! Wayne, happy Star Wars month to you, too. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so everyone wish Chickafant a happy birthday, because it is his birthday. It's so exciting. Yay! We have Christy's birthday is this Sunday. Wow, this is like a big week. Amazing. All right, so we are going to be sharing stories from the opening of Star Wars A New Hope in 77 and also the Phantom Menace. And so I know some of you have already shared some of your comments in our Facebook group, but if you want to, please share some comments here about either one of those, Star Wars or the Phantom Menace, in our Sky Chat right here. Bing. And we will go over those. So that's exciting. Also, since we're waiting on Richard, well, let's see. They add the web. Okay. No, I did not. Okay. But also, since Richard is taking a work call, I want to update you on the Skywalking Network this week and to say that those of you who love the Neverland Clubhouse, that will be coming out before the 31st, so within this week, that'll be coming out, and they're talking, Courtney and Kelly are talking all about the parks and Avengers Campus and what to look forward to. Like, there's some updates, like, every day, so they have some good news about that and some tips. And then also, Bryn and I recorded a Totally Tell Me Everything about Tinkerbell. And that will also be coming out this week. So look forward to those. We had a lot of fun. I just finished editing that one. And yeah. All right. So I told everyone what we're going to be talking about. But.
All right. Good deal.
Are we ready? Richard's
Are you
back,
done recording?
Everyone. No, I'm not. I haven't started.
Oh, I thought I left the room so you could record with everybody. I'm sorry. But soon enough, we'll be able to record with the Sky Chat.
Oh, that's
Yeah, soon enough. You won't just be able to type something in the Sky Chat. You'll be able to talk to us one-on-one during these live recordings.
That's gonna be fun, and we are looking forward to it. Yeah, we were talking with Get Vocal, which is now Vocal, VOKL, and they have a beta that they've been working on, and every day they like add new features. So even when I recorded with Bryn, there was like new stuff from what I had checked. So the main Get Vocal site is not the new beta. The new beta is like on a different thing. But it's cool, and what's good about that, of course, is that people can cam up, and there's more than 4 slots, and
remember the Force Fest Get Vocal? That was like a film from 1915 compared to a film in 2021. That is the difference between the two. We're looking at A Trip to the Moon versus Solo: A Star Wars Story.
There you go.
If you know your film history, you'll go, oh my God, oh jeez. Or it's like the difference between shooting a bullet and throwing it.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, we're trying to record every Tuesday at 5 p.m. for our wraparounds or our entire show, as we are this week, right? Tuesdays at 5 is the general time. So I know a lot of you are tuning in today. So awesome. You guys got the memo. Exciting.
Good deal, yeah.
All right, so Richard.
And apparently scheduled time works.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we were like, should we record earlier today? It's like, no, we got to stay at the set scheduled time.
Yeah, it works for the East Coast and the West Coasters.
Exactly. All right, so are we ready to record?
Or just about.
Okay. All right, I'm going to press record right now.
Hey, everybody.
Here we go.
My sister's here.
Yes.
And if we record fast enough, she won't fall asleep.
That's right. And my parents are here, too.
Oh, yay.
That's very cool. Yay. All right. This is what you can look forward to on episode 330 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers, and a happy Star Wars month to you. Now, were you seeing Star Wars 44 years ago today? Did you see the Phantom Menace on opening day? Well, sit tight on those questions, because right now we want to welcome everyone to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my queenie wife, Sarah.
You mean your queen wife?
My queen.
Your queen? How about just your queen?
My queen. Yes. Moving right along.
I'm wearing my Amidala shirt from Elhofer.
Queen Amidala.
Queen Amidala.
This is not the senator.
No.
This is the queen outfit.
Yes. The red with the embroidery, the gold embroidery. It's very beautiful. It's from Elhofer Design. It's the shell. I love it.
So you always make it easy for me when you wear something I can comment on.
Yes.
And I don't think about it, of course, as you can tell, as everyone can attest to. I don't think about it until I say it.
That's okay. Well, I am so excited about this episode. And Skywalkers, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. So it's time to give everyone a big Wookiee hug and a little sprinkle of pixie dust. And also, we are Groot. That's for you, our family of Skywalkers. And if you're just listening to us for the first time or watching us live here, multi-streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, then you are now a Skywalker. So join us and the rest of the Skywalker family on a fun and positive adventure through fandom.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on May the 25th, 2021.
May 25th.
I waited so long to say that.
It's Star Wars Day.
44 years ago to the day that Star Wars opened in 1977, and 38 years to the day that Return of the Jedi opened in 1983, and 3 years since Solo: A Star Wars Story opened. That's why I'm wearing the Solo shirts. Gotta represent Solo.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations. They are just a wonderful vacation planner travel agency. They are diamond level as well, and they can help you book your trip to Disney parks around the world. and their service is free of charge. Disney pays them, not you. So head to smallworldvacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you. And I know for a fact that they are booking on the Disney Wish, which is the new cruise ship, right, that Disney just released, as well as, next year we have the Galactic Star Cruiser opening at some point. And we have so many things that might require a Disney trip. So head to Small World Vacations and just get a no-obligation price quote.
And so many opportunities for a Skywalker meetup.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Michael Chickafint Cannon just joined us. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael Chickafint. Happy birthday to you.
You change keys in the middle of the song.
As I always do. Michael, was that planned to be born on May the 25th?
Yeah.
Or you know what? We never really saw Michael's driver's license, so we don't really know that he was born on May 25th.
So maybe it's just Chickafint, and they're just telling us that.
Yeah. I can start saying my birthday's on May 25th. Awesome.
He wants us to come to Florida and cruise with them.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Well, if you're going to take a cruise, Michael, you know who to call. smallworldvacations.com. Don't call them, just log on to them, okay?
Right.
All right, now, coming up on this episode, we will take a trip, ironically, a trip through history and compare and contrast the May releases for Star Wars in 1977 and The Phantom Menace in 1999.
Both the prequels and the original trilogy.
We're going to hear news reports. We're going to share our stories and go over all the fun movie tie-ins and the marketing surrounding each release. It'll be so much fun.
Yes, so now we are going to open up Star Wars Month and hear from you Skywalkers in
Things We Want to Share.
All right, so we asked the Skywalkers about their memories of seeing Star Wars and The Phantom Menace in the theaters. And we did this on Facebook. So if you're in our Facebook group, you can search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group, request to join. There was so many comments on that post. And then we also posted it on our own Facebook page. So yeah, we had so many responses, lots of pictures. There's too many to share here, but we wanted to share a few right now and a few later in our social media shout-outs since there's so many. So,
all right, let's kick things off here with Alan Sanborn.
All right. Can I read this? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Go. So start over.
All right, so let's kick things off with Alan Sanborn.
All right, he writes, May 25th, 1977. 44 years ago today, my friend Anthony and I, who had been excited about the film since seeing the ad in the LA Times 10 days earlier, decided to take advantage of the leniency we had to rehearse our scenes in our drama production class, and we slipped out of school and caught a bus to the AFCO in Westwood to catch the 2:50 p.m. show. That was the third show of the day. The movie hit the screen as we walked in the doors of the theater, and I was hooked by the music, the title crawl, and then, of course, the endless Star Destroyer going overhead. Mostly, I was stunned by the audience response. I had never heard people cheer throughout a movie the way they did for Star Wars. They even hissed at Darth Vader when he came on. My first time watching it, I convinced myself that Vader was coming back later in the film and that he and Luke would lightsaber duel before the movie was over. I was a bit disappointed that that didn't happen. But when we realized they weren't clearing the theater in between shows, we watched it a second time, and when I left, I knew it was the greatest film I'd ever seen, and I actually ran home, John Williams music coursing through my brain, and making a stop at Change of Hobbit bookstore to buy the novelization. But I ran home so that I could call everyone I knew when I got home to tell them that they had to see this. Then that became Star Wars summer, seeing the film over and over again, nearly always managing to watch it twice and sometimes as many as 4 times in a row. No other movie has changed my life in quite such a profound way. Wow. That's okay. I love the whole cheering and hissing at this film because that's what got me when I saw it in '97 for the first time in the theater. Because always before it, I'd been like by myself or like with a friend that I had dragged there to be like, you have to watch this, in at my VHS. So yeah, it was amazing.
I never understood the hissing. I recall one of my first times seeing Star Wars, the audience would hiss at Darth Vader, and it's like, what is this noise you're making? What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going boo, you go.
Oh, funny!
When seeing Vader, are you conjuring images of yourself being a snake?
Well, like melodramas, you'd boo at the bad guy, but
right.
hissing, I guess, I don't know.
I don't know. But Alan,
it's an expression.
Did you write all this stuff down?
I know. It's cemented in his memory because his life was forever. No other movie has changed my life in quite such a profound way.
I know. He's got a lot of details in here that, you know what, I can't argue the points.
You've got a lot of details in that brain of yours. Lots of dates.
So thank you, Alan, for sharing that and with all of your details. I love me some details.
Yes.
All right, now let's read something here from Spencer Jowitz, who writes, my senior year of college, I remember going to the midnight showing of the Phantom Menace and being amazed seeing how many people dressed up like it was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. When the words, a long time ago, came on the screen, all the sabers went up and the crowd went nuts. It was amazing.
Oh, so cool. I think I remember sabers in my theater, too.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right.
And I recall yelling at someone because they had their lightsaber waving. Right, like a couple of rows down. So can you please put that down? It was like a kid, but hey, you know what? I can hold on to that until after the show, and their mom and dad didn't appreciate this.
I have a story later that my mom shared in the comments. I don't remember, but
right.
Okay.
I've got another story to share, but it ties in with another comment from someone. It's coming right up from Bill Medea. But first, let's read a comment from Rex Gordon.
All right. He says, August 1977. My dad worked for a big oil company, and after a year in the Amazon, we returned home to Tampa. I was 11. My best friend said, let's go see a movie at the mall called Star Wars. I was like, a movie in the mall? This was cool. I don't like sci-fi, but he said, you'll like it. I said, okay, but only because it's a movie theater in a mall, which sounded cool. So we went to Tampa Bay Center, and wow, this is an epic moment in my life still. In the end, Star Wars is way more sci-fi or even sci-fantasy. It's like everything in one. It's a sci-fi movie with a great soundtrack, good special effects, spaceships that sounded fast and lasers that sounded fast too. But the real cool thing is Star Wars ends with a big unlikely win. It was a happy movie, a hopeful movie. When life gets tough, I always refer back to Star Wars. Thanks for all you do, my friends, and may the Force be with you.
This was a very special time when movies didn't have happy endings. Hence,
that's true.
A lot of the Disney films, they had unhappy beginnings, and a happy ending. But a lot of this is when Jack Nicholson and Henry Fonda were making their films, and they're always dark and depressing. Mm-hmm. And Lucas said, "All right, I gotta fix this," and that really showed through in this time period because it was a very happy film. Mm-hmm. And we didn't get a lot of those.
Same with the soundtrack too. It was so different than everything.
Oh yeah, look at Logan's Run.
Yeah.
So synthesized. Mm-hmm. All right, now let's hear from Matt Davenport, who sent us in an audio clip.
Do you have that? Okay. Excellent.
We're gonna play it here. Let us know if you can hear this.
Okay, so there it was Wednesday, May 19th, 1999. I was working for a radio station, and I was covering the line that had been camping out for days for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, at our local theater. And so I went there, I talked to the people in line, did some live broadcasts. It was great. The energy was fantastic. And I had tickets to the 7 p.m. showing of Episode 1, and the first showing of the day was going to be around 4 o'clock. And so the people in line said, yeah, come on, you got to come see the movie with us. And I said, no, I've got tickets. I'm going to see it with my wife. We're going to see it at 7 o'clock. They said, come on, you just got to see it. And I said, well, okay then. So I turned off my cell phone. went to the theater, saw episode 1, absolutely fantastic. And then when I got out of the theater, I had about 20 missed messages. I opened up my cell phone and called my wife, which, had left the 20, had called the 20 times. And she's like, where are you? Where were you? And I said, oh, I was in a darkened theater. And so I owe her lots and lots and lots of movie dates because of that.
Oh.
Matt.
Matt, we all do things for reasons.
That's true.
But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have waited. But then again, after a 16-year wait and someone's showing you tickets,
that's hard to pass up. Yeah.
So
Wow.
we'll leave our opinions out.
That's okay, Matt. You know what? It was enticing. An enticing
Yes.
offer.
He was seduced to the dark side.
Yes.
Matt, just I hope you told your wife that.
I know.
There's nothing I could do about it. I was seduced. All right. This is a comment from Bill Medea, and Bill Medea and I, we think alike. He writes, we went to see Star Wars in 1977, and we sat in the 4th row. When some kids who were younger than us sat down in front of us, we told them that these first rows were reserved for critics. They moved, and we had an unobstructed view of cinema history in the making. For Phantom Menace, I'd always said the first film I would take my daughter to see was... For the Phantom Menace, I had always said the first film I would take my daughter to see was going to be a Star Wars film. She was 2 years old in 1999, and she sat on my lap, and, I kid you not, didn't make a sound, and never took her eyes off the screen for the entire 2+ hours. Wow. Okay, she peed on my lap, but that's a small price to pay. She was only 2. Great memories. Wow, at 2.
I know.
I'm guessing she was really taking in everything about the trade routes and
Right?
taxations. Good for her.
That's
Now,
amazing.
I say that we think alike because for the Phantom Menace, when I went to go see my first screening at the Man's Chinese Theater, my friend and I got some great seats. Perfect seats. And I thought, oh, you know what's going to happen? Someone's going to sit right in front of me. They're going to be 13 feet tall, and I'm not going to see it. And 16 years in the waiting, I'm just going to be very, very frustrated. So my friend had some water. I said, give me that bottle of water. I poured water on the seat in front of me. That way, when someone went to go sit down, I'd say, ooh, you don't want to sit there. I don't know what happened, but ugh, disgusting.
Right.
Someone ended up, they put some napkins down. I was like, ah, dang it! But I was able to fend off a lot of people in that time.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That was so cool. All right, we have one more to read right now.
Well,
Oh.
because I remember going to see Batman 1989, and I was so excited, and a guy with a mohawk sat in front of me, and his head kept moving back and forth, and I had to try to dart between his mohawk to see the screen. Oh, I was so frustrated, and I had flashbacks of that while sitting there waiting for the Phantom Menace.
Do you remember when we saw a screening at the Disney theater, like one of the press screenings, and there was a woman with a bun like way up on her head who sat like right in front of us, like right on top. It's like,
Do you not think these things through?
just put it down a little lower.
Yeah. And, heaven forbid you should ever tell them, hey, you know what? A third of the screen is being covered up by your hair bun. I would have been the bad guy.
Right. I mean, I don't do that. Well, I'm short, so I like never obstruct anyone's view.
Well, this girl was short too, and her
Yeah.
big hair bun was at least 14 or 15 inches tall.
At least.
Yeah. Hashtag think it through.
All right, I'm going to read one last one right now, but we are going to get into a few more of your stories later in the shout-outs. So Courtney Turkel writes, I never saw Star Wars in theaters. I wasn't born then, but it was the year my parents got married. As for The Phantom Menace, I don't think I saw it in a theater either, but I do remember watching it on VHS with my aunt and my cousin Elizabeth and my baby cousin Kenny, and the baby continuously laughing whenever Jar Jar Binks came on screen. It was his favorite movie to have on repeat. After that, I've seen episodes 2 through 9 in the theaters, as well as Rogue One and Solo.
Nice.
Awesome, Courtney.
And whenever someone just bags on Jar Jar, it's like, you know what? Watch the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids are just howling with laughter whenever Jar Jar's on the screen. So, you know what? Let the kids have their fun character. And if you don't like them, well, go see Austin Powers, okay?
Right. Oh my gosh, so Eric Ungenhout is writing in the Sky Chat, I'm 6'8". I always want to sit in the back. I'd feel so bad if I blocked someone's view. Oh, Eric! Oh, you are such a nice guy. See, that's how Skywalkers are.
Yes, they are.
Thank you, Eric. That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we've sat in back of some pretty tall people who never thought twice about it.
Yeah, as someone who's 5'2", I always have to get there either super early to not have someone stand in front of me for like standing shows, or you know how it is.
Well, then came the stadium seating.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that solved a lot of problems.
Oh, thank you, stadium seating.
But then people would put their feet up on the seat in front of them, and that became a whole different issue. Never going back to the movie theater again.
Streaming movies.
Yes,
woo!
yes. All right, with that, let's now get into our comparing and contrasting the film releases of Star Wars and The Phantom Menace. All right, with that, let's get into comparing and contrasting the film releases for Star Wars and The Phantom Menace.
All right.
Theaters are not the way.
Oh
my
goodness.
goodness.
Are the way.
Oh my goodness. If I never walk into another movie theater again, I'll be so happy. I hate that experience.
Shamim loves Darth Maul. His favorite part of Phantom Menace and pod racing. Yes, amazing.
All right.
Did you want to play that or just?
We'll just get right into it.
Okay.
So we're going to play most of the clips here for you, but to hear everything in its glory, you get to hear the show on Thursday. May is Star Wars month. 7 out of the 12 U.S. theatrical film releases came out in the month of May. Hence, May is Star Wars month. So we're going to take a look back at the buzz and marketing tie-ins around Star Wars and The Phantom Menace. We figured we'd take the first film of each trilogy and compare and contrast these.
Yeah.
If The Force Awakens came out in May, we'd have the ultimate Star Wars month show. Thanks, Disney. Now, Star Wars was just released in 32 theaters. In contrast, The Phantom Menace was released in 2,970 theaters in North America.
Whoa!
And the week Star Wars was released, well, Smokey and the Bandit was #1 at the box office. But then, Star Wars went to #1 for the next 3 weeks. But then, a film called The Deep took over the #1 spot.
Oh, my.
Yeah, this was a movie based on a Peter Benchley book. And Peter Benchley wrote Jaws, so everyone thought this was like another Jaws.
Okay.
And it wasn't.
No.
Nothing like it. But it did have Jacqueline Bisset in a wet t-shirt.
Oh,
that was in
it
every
white?
trailer. Yes, it was. It was in every trailer.
Okay,
But
guess.
then came the week of July 13th, where Star Wars took over the box office and held that #1 spot until mid-October. Wow. I think Star Wars and Titanic are the only films to claim that kind of longevity.
Oh, Titanic. All right, well, in 1999, The Phantom Menace was the #1 the week of the release, and then stayed there for 3 whole weeks. But this, of course, was a different time, and guess which film knocked it out from the top spot?
If you say Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, I'm going to scream.
Austin Powers, the Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh my god. This is one of the reasons why I didn't like this film.
Oh, that's why you don't like Austin Powers movies. We were on this walk last week, and I mentioned Austin Powers, and you were just like freaking out, like, nope, not Austin Powers. What are you talking about? Okay, I get it.
That and Looking for Mr. Goodbar. We can't talk about those movies.
What?
Looking
Was that
for
the second
Mr.
one?
Goodbar is the film that knocked Star Wars off the #1 spot in October of 1977. All right, not gonna go there.
You are so funny.
All right, now many reviews for Star Wars back in 1977 were positive. Like the Hollywood Reporter said, Star Wars would undoubtedly emerge as one of the true classics in the genre of science fiction and fantasy films, and that it will be thrilling audiences of all ages for a long time to come.
Wow.
You have no idea.
Good job, Hollywood Reporter. The Washington Post said, George Lucas has made the kind of sci-fi adventure movie you dream about finding for your own pleasure as well as your kids' pleasure.
Now, Meredith Duckworth in the Sky Chat says, or Annie Hall, not going
Right?
to mention Annie Hall either.
I have never seen Annie Hall.
And you never will
I
with
know.
me. Never. A film that does not hold up over time. All right, the Wall Street Journal called Star Wars a gigantic, lavish, brilliantly executed old-time movie comic strip.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. The New York Times said that Star Wars was the most elaborate, most expensive, most beautiful movie serial ever made. And that's serial. S-E-R-I-A-L. But I think people get it in context.
Right. Now, I found this clip on YouTube of a young girl who reviewed Star Wars back in 1977. I'm not sure where it's from, but it's part of a segment called That's Entertainment. Are they going to hear better from here?
No, they'll hear it here.
All right.
Because they're hearing us from this mic.
Okay. So let me know if you can hear this, okay? You have this?
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay. Check this out.
That's entertainment.
Star Wars is a modern-day fairy tale, which I really like because it took me on an adventure. I really understood Robot R2-D2's feelings when he was scared and when he was crying. I especially like the special effects, especially the moving monster chess figures. My favorite part is when the stars, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and Chewbacca the Wookiee were stuck in the garbage compactor, and just as they were going to be squished, the wall stopped moving. I liked the film, but there are some parts that were hard to understand, such as how a simple boy from the country can fly a spaceship and shoot a gun and hit right on target. And that Princess Leia was sure bossy. I'm Alvin Fitz from Toronto, and that's entertainment.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I think she kind of missed the point a couple of times. How this farm boy could hit the Death Star exhaust port.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think she missed the whole Force theme of the film. But this was back when you couldn't go back and rewatch the film again and again and again to get the details. So
And this was before YouTube too.
mm-hmm.
That's so
And
funny.
websites where you can go and look at the breakdowns of films.
Right.
and Princess Leia, she was really bossy.
All right. So speaking of little kids reviewing films, Richard, I believe you have something you'd like to share with us.
Well, I sure do. And this comes from my 3rd grade journal from Mrs. Patterson's class, where she told everyone everyone's got to write in their journals every day.
Show them the writing.
Oh, okay.
Look
Not that
at
it would
this.
do any good.
If you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook and stuff, look at that. Oh my gosh.
And the funny thing is, I still write the same way. I think I wrote better back in 1977
I think you did.
than I do right now. All right. It goes like this. Tell me this is better than the girls or hers blows mine out of the water. Here's my review. Yesterday, me and Sean and Jimmy saw Star Wars. It was our 3rd time. I like when Chewbacca and R2 were playing chess. They played with animals. And when they were in the refuse room, Luke Skywalker went under the water. Luke was looking for R2. He saw the Tusken Raiders and saw 2 banthas. Then one of the Tusken Raiders came in front of Luke and tried to kill him. He knocked him out. Then Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi, scared them away. 3PO broke his arm off. Luke put it back together. Page 2. Then Ben gave him a lightsaber. Then they went somewhere. They went to the bar. There was all monsters. Then the stormtroopers and the good guys were in a fight. 3PO and R2 went across. Then they blasted away in a little rocket ship. They landed in the sand. 3PO didn't want to go the way R2 was going, and R2 went one way and 3PO went another way. R2 was in the canyon. R2 was captured by the Jawas. They put him in a sandcrawler and brought him to Luke. Darth Vader and Ben were fighting with lightsabers. Spoiler alert, Darth Vader won.
So you like wrote down the movie backwards, except for the last line.
It's like a stream of consciousness.
It really was.
I think what I had was the Topps trading cards, and I was looking through them and go, oh yeah, I recall that scene and that scene and that scene.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yes, Eric, the story of Star Wars, as narrated by Richard Wolosky. Alan thinks your order is a little confusing, but very good detail.
You know, it works in my head. See, I think George Lucas could have taken that into the offices of Fox Studios and said to Alan Ladd, sit down, I got a story to share with you. Could have read my journal entry, and they would have greenlit that second.
Yes. That's so cute.
So, that was my takeaway from the third time of seeing Star Wars. And this, you know what? This was in November.
Oh.
November.
Wow. That was only your third time?
8th, 1977. Yeah, I didn't see Star Wars until late.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw it until like August.
Okay. Huh.
Wow.
Wow. Well, guess what though?
What?
Not everyone had positive things to say about Star Wars.
What?
Pauline Kael of The New Yorker, who is known for not liking big films like this, says, quote, "There's no breather in the picture, no lyricism. The only attempt at beauty is in the double sunset. It's enjoyable on its own terms, but it's exhausting too. Like taking a pack of kids to the circus. An hour into it, children say that they're ready to see it again. That's because it's an assemblage of spare parts. It has no emotional grip."
Oh, get over yourself, Pauline. I recall she tore apart Raiders of the Lost Ark too.
What?
Yeah, at that point, it's like, all right, you know what? Just go to your art house films. Go see Annie Hall again.
Right.
And leave us to the big budget fun films.
Right.
Boy, can you imagine her at a family get together?
Mm-mm.
Just tearing everyone apart. You're bald. You don't have anything going for you. You dropped out of college.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been her at a family reunion.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right, with that, let's move on to the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So, Sarah, tell us your stories about seeing the Phantom Menace on opening day, May 19th, 1999.
Well, this story starts a week earlier, and this is my senior year of high school, 1999. This is the final week of finals. Oh my gosh, it was so cool to have my high school career end and then the Phantom Menace begin. Like, it was so amazing. Like, what timing? I just felt so special being part of the class of 99. And so I want to read this comment by Adam Medina, who was in my high school band, and we were friends in high school, and he says, "I remember waiting in line with some girl named Sarah Wolosky to buy tickets for episode 1. Actually, at that point, I was Sarah Heitman. I was like, wait a minute. Then I bought the max amount of tickets, which I believe was 12, and distributed them to friends in the band hall that morning."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and yes, so I believe there was 4 of us who stayed overnight the week before Phantom Menace came out to buy the tickets to see it, because that's how they did that. They did that, like the ticket thing, and then you go to see the film. And so what was interesting about this was the fact that, you know, I'm 18 and not, I mean, technically an adult, but, you know, I'm still living with my parents, and I was like flabbergasted when my mom gave me permission to stay overnight at the theater. I was like, oh, thanks, Mom. My parents are awesome. Because my best friend, Chrissy, her mom wouldn't let her. Like, it was sad. I couldn't spend the night with her. But I spent it with some other friends like Adam and some of our other band buddies. But what actually occurred, and I did not know this till like last year, but I'm going to read you a comment from my mom, who writes, "I remember that event very well. My 18-year-old daughter, Sarah, wanted to camp out overnight with her high school friends at the theater. Well, being the cautious mother, I went to speak with the theater manager several days earlier to be sure this was allowed and safe. He assured me all was well and customary for these crazy fans.
Oh, you say that
Thanks,
now.
Mom.
You say that now, and you're out of a job there, Mr. Theater Manager.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, I'm going to come back to the rest of her comment later, but...
No, that's
that
very, very thoughtful of a mom to go down there and do that.
Yeah, she actually went. Oh my gosh. So, Mom, like, sneaky, she never told me she did that either. She was just like, oh, you have permission. So, Mom, I gave you a lot of credit, you and Dad, for letting me stay overnight. And come to find out that they had checked up on the theater. So I thought that was funny. Yeah, so then it transpired, the next week, May 19th, I don't think it was the first showing, but I went straight from my last final of my last week of high school, final, straight to the theater to watch the film. It was like the coolest experience ever. It was so amazing. I love it when
life gives you those easy transitions.
Yes.
From one big thing, or most people would have separation anxiety after leaving something like school, which they've been to since the age of 4.
Mm-hmm.
They're ending that, and I met a lot of people who have that separation anxiety. But when you have something big to transition to, like a Star Wars film and Star Wars summer, you go like, school? What?
Oh yeah.
How long ago did that end? This morning? Oh, I'm done with it. I'm over it.
It was so cool. And then on top of that, I had been accepted to USC. So I already knew that I was going to USC, the College of George Lucas, that's September. So it was amazing.
This really was your summer of Star Wars.
It really was. It was so cool. So I have some more to share about when I actually got in the theater to see it. But Richard, did you want to share some of your experience before?
Yeah, I had slept on the sidewalk right in front of Man's Chinese Theater waiting for the tickets. And they were doing this new thing called Fandango where you could call in and get tickets, but no one was getting through. No one was getting through with that. So we had to wait in line. And my friend Matt and I lived literally 3 blocks up the street from the Man's Chinese. So this was an easy commute for us. And we had to go take a shower. We'd go back and forth. And hey, see you in 20 minutes. I'll see you in 20 minutes when I'm back from my shower.
Right.
We go back and forth, and we slept out overnight. Matt had a little pup tent, which was very, very useful because you didn't want to be out there with a lot of other people. And who are these people? But, we'd be up all night playing Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. No one wanted to play with me. They thought it was cheating because I knew all the answers. But it was a great, great time until the night before the movie. So we got our tickets, left for like a week, and came back again to sleep outside on the sidewalk waiting for the first show with not liningup.net, but comingsoon.com.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And Daniel Logan was there. Not Daniel Logan. Jake Lloyd, he had come, and Ray Park was there. I didn't see them. Must have been sleeping at this point. Yeah, so we slept on the sidewalk, and it was very uncomfortable. Your sleep schedule was all thrown off, and I think I was there for about a week, I want to say.
Wow.
But the theater kept changing the line. If the line was going east on Hollywood Boulevard, they'd say, oh, everyone has got to change and line up going west, and now going north, going all over the place. So people were just getting all restructured in line.
Oh, no.
And that caused a lot of drama.
Now, this was the line for buying tickets?
No, this was the week after we bought the tickets.
So you're already in a theater.
No, okay. So we got the tickets. A week later, that's when we went back to line up to see the first show. Some people just stayed in line.
Okay.
But Matt and I, we took off for about a week and came back later on.
Okay.
For the first show. Was one of the first shows.
Right.
And we were being jostled back and forth. And at one point we woke up and we were like 100 people in the line. Woke up. Now there was like 300 people in front of us. People had let their friends in line. And at this point, you just felt really like a dark cloud of muck was on you. You were tired. And we just said, no, packed up all of our stuff and walked to the front of the line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? No way. There's no way this is going to be happening. So at this point, your mood is down. You just feel bleh. So the first 20 minutes of the film, I fell asleep. I literally have been having nightmares about falling asleep. I fall asleep during every movie, and I had actual nightmares where I would fall asleep during the first showing of the new Star Wars film, and I talked myself into it. I just fell asleep. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. My friend Matt was trying to wake me up. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, when you're in that zone, it's like so hard.
Oh, and I was after the film. I planned on having a big Star Wars. I took off of work. I made my work. I worked at the My Gym in Beverly Hills, and they wanted to have the big meeting that day. I said, nope, that's Star Wars Day. Can't make it. And after that show, we went to like the 8 a.m. show. I went home and just pouted the whole day. The whole day. I was just so mad. But knowing that I'd be back there for the midnight show with our friend Matt Gowdy,
okay, good.
I said, okay, this is got to... Once again, I fell asleep.
Oh no! So when did you finally see it all the way through?
So finally, when I went back home to Boston, and I saw it with my family, Lisa, you still here? Saw it with my sister and her nephews. I finally saw it again for the first time.
Oh, the Phantom Menace. That's so cute.
No, it's not.
Aw.
I never have been so upset with myself during those first two screenings.
All right, now you're telling this story, and I realize that you have actually on our website, Skywalking Through Neverland, you've written some like remembering Phantom Menace. So like, is this part of the line that you're talking about?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's part of the line right there.
There you go. Waiting to buy tickets.
And there's me with this Darth Vader cosplayer. Look at this. I've never seen a Vader look so good.
He is so tall.
Yeah. Oh, I love that suit. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I would not let go of him. And there I am with a fanny pack.
Yeah, you are. Look at that. It looks pretty cool, sweetie. Look at you. All right. And then here, more waiting to watch. Are you in this one?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
The Phantom Menace Eve. Ooh. Are you in this picture?
I don't think this is no, this I believe this picture is from this is from The Force Awakens.
Oh, whoops. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, here. This is when you fell asleep. Or when you woke up again, according to your...
Yeah, this article is on skywalkingtoneverland.com,
Yeah.
and you can read all about how this just traumatized me. And I think ever since then, I've never been able to stay awake for another movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but you know what? Overall, you saw it. What do you give it, sweetie?
I give it 10 fingers on each hand and a thumbs up. Yeah.
Nice.
I think I saw The Phantom Menace about 20 times that summer. I could not get enough of it. Loved it so much.
Oh, amazing.
All right, so tell us the story about when you got into the theater.
Okay, so, yes, so this is 99, and when I went to the theater, so the first showing, you know, you're like so hyped, and you don't know what to focus on, right? Like, same with you. I had a similar problem, but I wasn't sleep deprived, so I was okay to watch it. But I just remember the first screening just was complete impressions. First of all, there was the music. It was just so choral. Like, beyond Duel of the Fates, there's a lot of parts of this film where there's a lot of choral singers and everything. So I was like, wow. And then also Amidala's outfits and how they changed every scene. I mean,
well, that's been an impact on you to this day.
Indeed. And I just thought that was so cool, especially since Leia got one outfit the entire first film. And one hairdo as well. And then also the pod race scene I thought was fantastic, as was, I mean, the final lightsaber battle with Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon just like blew me away. It made this huge impression on me, and especially that moment, of course, where you see Darth Maul and his lightsaber. Like, this moment is like burned in my brain, right? I mean, how many people like just freaked out? And I know they shared this in the trailer, right? This was like,
yeah, when we saw this in the teaser trailer,
right?
Life was good. Life was good.
Right. But still, even beyond the trailer, when you're seeing it in the context of the film, and then the choral music is, it is just amazing. So those are my first impressions. I really did not follow the plot. I had no idea about trade routes and taxation. Like, it was just this impressions, this visual and audio impression. And so I was glad I had already scheduled another screening with my family.
Mhm.
So my mom, my dad, and we watched this. And so I'm going to read the rest of Mom's comment here. And she wrote this on our Facebook page, but I do not remember this. But she says, a day or so later, I was invited to go with Sarah and her friends for her second viewing of The Phantom Menace. As the audience waited in noisy anticipation and the screen lit up, Sarah stood up and gave a hand motion for the audience to quiet down so everyone could hear the beginning notes of John Williams' score.
Yeah, this tracks with you. I can see that.
Can you imagine 18-year-old me doing that? I guess I can. Like, yeah. I'm like, okay, shut up, everyone. Gotta hear this.
John Williams was in the audience and said, someday I get to do that too.
So, yes, I told the audience, or I guess summoned them to be quiet. There we go. All right. So that was my experience. I had such a fun time. And so, Richard, I have a question for you. And I don't know if we've asked this before, but we'll ask it now. And we'll ask it of everyone here who is in the Sky Chat, which there's like 15 of you. So here's the question. Did you guys know that Senator Palpatine is the Emperor? Like, would eventually become the Emperor?
Yeah, because of casting.
Right. Like, to me, it was obvious. I was like, okay, well, that's him before he's the Emperor.
Yeah, it's like, there's Ian McDiarmid.
Okay.
He played the Emperor in Return of the Jedi, so he's playing Palpatine, and we know we knew that the Emperor's name was Palpatine.
Right.
Here he is playing Palpatine, so the dots were already connected.
Yeah, that's so similar to me too. And most people are saying yes, except for Kelly, who says, no, I had no clue. But that's cool, Kelly. So that must have been a fun surprise for you, actually. So I kind of admire that, like, oh, that's neat.
Now, when I saw The Phantom Menace, I was diving into the title way too deeply. And I thought, The Phantom Menace, that's got to be Qui-Gon. Because it's too obvious to be Palpatine.
Oh.
And so I was doing a job for Cher. Oh, I'm sorry, did I just drop a name?
Yes, you did.
And I was talking to her son, who had just been up to Skywalker Ranch, and they'd seen The Phantom Menace. And I said to him, now, what do you think about Qui-Gon being The Phantom Menace? The Phantom Menace. He said, yeah, I was talking to George Lucas about that, too. Like, oh, really?
Oh.
So there must have been some. I don't know if he fully understood what I was talking about, or maybe there was something there to begin with.
Okay.
I don't know, but okay. I had to be Darth Maul for a surprise for Cher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. Quick tangential story here.
Okay.
Cher was not able to see The Phantom Menace because she was rehearsing for a upcoming concert. So they wanted someone to come in for her birthday and be Darth Maul. So I thought, okay, I can do this. So here she is rehearsing with her band, and her band knows what's going on. And so she's facing away from me, and I just walk up ever so quietly. And you hear a couple of snickers, a couple of giggles. She's like, what? What's going on? She turns around, sees me, and just screams.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and someone had a lightsaber there ready for her. So here we are battling with lightsabers. Me versus Cher.
Oh my
battling
gosh.
lightsabers.
How have I never heard this story?
I've got a ton of stories, and you know what? I'm timing them all out. I don't want to tell you them all at the same time. And I'm just hoping somebody back then took a picture.
Yeah. Amazing. What was she wearing? Do you remember?
Something all in black. I was in a Darth Maul mask, so I could barely see anything.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so afterwards, her son and I were outside talking. That's when we talked about Qui-Gon being the Phantom Menace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yes it was.
My gosh.
So I can say I've seen Cher, but I've seen her just these little slits of my Darth Maul mask. So I saw a lot of hair.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw Cher's hair.
Oh, that's funny.
Had I known then what I know now, I would have said, oh, side story, Cher, on the side story, you were supposed to be in the Star Wars Holiday Special, weren't you? I didn't know back then.
No.
All right, so I went through YouTube, and I found a ton of fan reactions to The Phantom Menace. So let's go ahead and play a number of these, which are really, really fun. So here we go.
Fantastic.
Go see it as quick as you can.
It was good, dude. It was really good.
So worth it.
So worth it.
I couldn't get enough of it. I want to see it again already.
A lot of action, a lot of noise. It was cool.
I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, it was really good, must say.
It was intense. It was incredible. I loved it. It was awesome.
We got tickets for the 9 a.m. show. We're going to stick around and see it again.
I think that little Anakin Skywalker, and everyone's going to say it, stole that movie.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
God, I'd put my feet up if I could.
It was fantastic. Good special effects, good story. Lives up to the originals.
It is worth every minute of it. We've waited 16 years for this moment. An unbiased opinion, how's the film?
So intense. I mean, my heart was beating. It's still beating now. And I just screamed, literally.
I thought it was better than Return of the Jedi, personally.
So,
That's awesome.
a lot of very, very positive reactions.
Yeah, I'll say.
Now, film critic Roger Ebert, who had the first syndicated movie review show called Siskel and Ebert at the Movies, well, he also weighed in on The Phantom Menace. Now, Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel were film critics who weren't afraid to say that they liked big-budget studio popcorn films without having to tear them apart to make themselves look like cinematically smart. And they had great mass appeal. If they liked a movie, then that film was going to make a lot of money because they had a lot of clout. Now, unfortunately, the week before The Phantom Menace came out, Gene Siskel died, and he made Roger Ebert promise to take his son to see the film.
Aww.
And it's sad because I've seen a lot of clips of Gene Siskel saying, "Oh yeah, The Phantom Menace is gonna come out. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait."
Oh.
So, yeah.
My gosh.
Didn't mean to bring things down.
No, but so he did. I'm sure he did see the film. So.
Yeah. So Roger Ebert did see the film, and this is what he had to say about The Phantom Menace.
This movie has a lot of setting up to do. It begins the whole saga. It lays the groundwork for relationships which we sense are going to pay off in the next two movies. And so the story level isn't always as interesting as the visuals. Characters are dealing with things that are going to happen later in the series rather than dealing in the here and now sometimes. Still, this movie is a remarkable achievement, a marriage of imagination and special effects, and my thumb is up with a lot of admiration.
When Roger Ebert spoke and Gene Siskel spoke, you listened and you did whatever they told you. If they said, go see this film, you went to go see this film.
Aww.
Yeah, a side story to Siskel and Ebert, George Lucas named his two-headed creature, his two-headed dragon beast,
That's
the
right.
Ebersisk in Willow.
That's right.
Because of Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel.
Yes. Oh, and yeah, JJ Man, 2 thumbs up was certainly a big deal for the advertising of the movie. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to say anything else than that.
Yeah, you give a thumbs up and you knew exactly what was going on, what that was a reference to. And through these clips, you probably were expecting to hear a lot of people trash talk The Phantom Menace, but I think after 20 years, we heard enough people slamming the film because of reasons. However, perceptions are starting to turn around now, and there's so much love for this film, as we heard at the 20th anniversary panel at Celebration Chicago in 2019.
Yes.
That arena was packed with fans with so much love for the Phantom Menace. But if you do want to get a picture of the whole scope of reactions, here is another clip from 1999 where a news crew went around to see who was not going to see The Phantom Menace.
Oh.
Believe it or not, with all of these people, there are actually some folks who don't care. You may find this hard to believe. Who don't care about the Star Wars prequel. Gloria Hillard tried to find them.
Well, by now you've seen those fans online, and it seems everyone on the planet has tickets to the most anticipated film of the century except you. But wait. According to a USA Today CNN Gallup poll, 25% of adults say they won't be seeing the film. My assignment? Who are they?
Say, do you know what's happening May 19th?
May 19th. Yeah, what's happening May 19th?
Star Wars is... Star Wars is coming out.
Oh, all right.
Star Wars?
Oh, the Star Wars!
Are you planning on seeing it?
Absolutely not.
No?
You're too old for that stuff.
Oh, no, you're...
No, I want to be in Venice. I want to be in Florence.
It's not my cup of tea, and I don't think I will be seeing Star Wars, but I will be going to stand online.
It's just that the over 40 crowd sometimes has a problem with
RG2T, is that it?
Wasn't that Star Trek?
No.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Not gonna see the Star Wars.
Yeah, so that woman was in a car where the news reporter was talking to people, I guess, as they were passing by
Oh my
in
gosh.
Beverly Hills.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. I was
Alright.
in Santa Monica Boulevard, and
wow.
the woman was like, "No, I'm not going to see Star Wars. I'm too old." And she was like 30. Oh, you foolish people.
Oh, Meredith in the Sky Chat. That's okay. We saw it enough to make up for them.
And still, people could not get R2-D2's name. RDE2, ETD2. They were really people. Come on, have you not been paying attention?
Wow.
So there you go. There's a complete picture
I love
of
that.
fans' reactions back then.
Yeah.
Now, both films had a huge marketing push with product tie-ins, and Star Wars got a very late start, and we wouldn't see this push until September of 1977, with plastic cups being sold at Magic Market and posters from Burger Chef.
Whoa. Now, do we have pictures of these on the website?
Yes.
Okay. Whoops.
So we'll play the audio from these
you
two.
play.
Yeah, this commercial for Magic Market, the funniest thing you're ever going to hear. So write this date down as time you heard it, the funniest commercial of all time.
Have you seen Star Wars? Remember that scene where Luke Skywalker lassos that thing and the princess kisses him and they swing off together? Oh, okay. The real reason I'm here is to tell you Magic Market's got Star Wars cups with all the stars' pictures on them. To get one, just buy a Snow Biz made with Coca-Cola for 49 cents. Oh boy, that tastes good. Oh, hey, yeah. Do you remember the fight with the laser swords when Darth Vader meets Obi-Wan Kenobi?
R2-D2, hurry up.
Hello, welcome to Burger Chef.
We'd like a Star Wars poster, please.
I knew it. Well, all you do is buy a large serving of Coca-Cola for 49 cents, and the poster's yours.
R2, look, it's us. R2, I think we'd better leave.
Collect all 4 Star Wars posters only at Burger Chef.
So guess where we ate around the clock in
Oh,
1977. However, we didn't have Burger Chef back in Massachusetts. We only had Burger King.
Oh, yeah. I never knew what Burger Chef was in Texas either. So, yeah. Well, and I wasn't around in 77 to know either of those. But regardless.
Now the girl playing the cashier at Burger Chef in the commercial, that's Violet Beauregard from Willy Wonka.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I recall seeing this commercial going, she looks familiar. Her voice sounds very familiar. That's Violet. And that first commercial with the guy just he kind of
accent.
he was going through the Star Wars scenes the way I was going through Star Wars scenes in my 3rd grade journal. And remember when Darth Vader and Ben Kenobi fought with lightsabers and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia swung across?
Yeah, I agree. All right, how many people had these glasses? Show of hands.
Yeah, some restaurants sold the glasses, some sold the posters.
Okay.
We only got the posters.
What do the posters look like? Are
the
they
same
here?
thing, the same artwork.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, but like as a poster with
Yes.
the art? Okay, like laid flat.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, and still very easy to get on eBay.
Ah.
Yeah, they sold
neato.
billions of these things.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so in contrast, the marketing push for the Phantom Menace began immediately with toys that were sold at Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. And the Phantom Menace covered bags of chips, like all varieties of Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to see all of these fast food premiums and kind of take a trip down memory lane or just see what was released from 1977 all the way up through the rise of Skywalker, we have a series of posts on Skywalking to Neverland. So if you just go there and you search fast food, like all these articles will pop up. It's really cool. So this is one of them that I'm showing here.
Yeah, so in terms of the Lay's potato chips,
yeah,
I went to my sister's that summer, and she was throwing a big birthday party for her 2 sons, both born in May, and I made her get all of these potato chips that had Phantom Menace bags.
Uh-huh.
Took us like 3 hours to open up all the bags. So I would take a razor blade and carefully cut each bag open. She's like, Rich, people are showing up. Just open up the bags. No.
Oh my gosh.
I drove everyone crazy that summer with getting all these toys. Matt Gowdy and I would drive around from KFC to Taco Bell to Pizza Hut.
Right.
Getting all of these toys. And it's like Friday night. Most people are going to clubs. We're going to Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
And they would hand me a box. I'd say, well, the corner is a little discolored. Can we get another one, please?
Oh my gosh, yes. Wow, yeah. I mean, for me, I think since 1997, I had begun collecting action figures for the first time. And at this point, I started adding Amidala figures, like the action figures. What are they? 7-inch or 5? Whatever they're.
3 3/4 inch.
Were they that small?
Yeah, the Hasbro figures. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Well, yeah, I started adding those because I wanted to get all her outfits. And I remember in 1999, I wasn't so crazy about getting all these fast food tie-ins. For one thing, because I was 18. You know, I no longer had my own income. I mean, I did, but like I was saving for college. So anyway, but I do remember that I loved the Taco Bell tie-in because I would actually eat there sometimes. And I do believe that we ordered Pizza Hut while waiting overnight in line to buy those tickets. And we got the Darth Maul pizza box. And I was like, I was so freaking out. I was like, yes, that's my favorite one. No, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I used to go to Pizza Huts too and say, can I just get a pizza box? And can I get one in good condition? She's like, you know what? Save it. I've heard the story by 100 collectors today.
Yes.
So I got all these pizza boxes.
Oh, she did give it to you? Oh, that's cool.
I used to have it in my display case. Oh. And I think when I rotated it, I changed it out.
Okay. But honestly, I mean, yes, all these marketing tie-ins are super cool. And I don't think I ever got any cup toppers or anything. But...
You know, we have a Sebulba cup topper sitting out in our backyard.
Okay, I was like,
A friend of mine brought one like 10 years ago and put it down, and it hasn't moved.
But, I mean, honestly, my favorite marketing tie-in is the soundtrack. I would buy the soundtrack. I don't know if that's considered a marketing tie-in, but it's something they sell for the film. So I figure it's that. And actually, my favorite was, I mean, they had the music video for Duel of the Fates, like, rotated constantly on MTV. I mean... How awesome is that? Star Wars infuses the popular culture. So just seeing that on TV a lot and hearing it on the radio as we led up into the film, I thought that was totally cool. And I did buy the soundtrack when it came out a week in advance, but I had heard that there was a spoiler on the back. So I got the soundtrack and I like held it like this, you know, so I wouldn't see the back. I placed it on my shelf, like facing away, the back facing away from me, and I didn't touch it until I got home from my very first viewing of the Phantom Menace. And then that's when I looked at it, opened it up, and I was like, whoa, Qui-Gon's noble end. I'm glad I didn't look at that.
See, now this is how karma works. There was one store in Hollywood that had one more soundtrack left. Every other Strawberries was sold out. Discland was sold out.
Oh, no.
Max Goody or whatever that was, they were sold out, and there's one place down the street had one, and they said, yeah, this is on reserve for Tom Smith.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, that's me. That's me. They said, oh, it's in here. It's in. Come down and get it. And I screamed down the freeway, and I picked up the copy. It's like, hey, I'm Tom Smith. They go, oh, here's your CD. I'm waiting in line. Qui-Gon's noble end. No! No! So yes, kids, karma will bite you in the butt.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I learned something that day.
Yeah.
Don't steal another person's soundtrack.
Yeah. Bad.
You know what?
Bad.
And I paid the price.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so me and the universe are even.
Alan thinks you deserve that.
Alan, were you Tom Smith? Did I take your soundtrack?
Oh,
yeah.
That was so fun.
So the summer of 1977 belonged to Star Wars, and the summer of 1999 belonged to The Phantom Menace. everywhere you went, it was there. Even though it belonged on Popular Mechanics magazine or not, it was there. And I always love the summer of a Star Wars film release. In March is when they start the hype so slowly revving up. And by April, boom, it's everywhere. You walk into a Target department store, it's everywhere. I used to love walking in through the aisles of grocery stores and seeing logos and tie-ins on cereal boxes and fruit roll-ups and Go-Gurts. Oh, I loved that period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be surrounded by a group of friends who we were all nerds and geeks, and we all loved Star Wars. And when you're in high school, that's not necessarily always the case. So I thought it was great. You know, I keep talking about my band nerd friends, but yep, we were all tight-knit group. It was really fun.
I was out of college.
I know.
I was way out of college by this point. Oh, Alan Sanborn says in the Sky Chat, I am Tom Smith. Hey, Tom, I got your CD over here. Come and get it. I'm in Long Beach. You know where I am. So, Skywalkers, what are your favorite Star Wars release month day memories? So let us know at SkywalkingPod. You can email us. You can tweet to us. TikTok us, whatever you want to do, okay?
And there's a few comments still here in the Sky Chat. Actually, Aaron Goen says he worked at Taco Bell during the release of the Phantom Menace. He was 19, and it made it easier to collect all the toys and cups. Oh my gosh, Aaron, I bet you have stories from that. Like, I want to know what the other side is like when fans are like, give me the stuff! And then Teresa, she shares that her mom and her had to drive to another town to see it because it was sold out everywhere, and we decided to go to a midnight show like 4 hours before. Oh my gosh, where'd you go? Like Taylor, Texas?
Shamim Dana writes here in the Sky Chat, I got my very first Jar Jar 12-inch action figure and 12-inch Darth Maul with Sith speeder bike and Queen Amidala 12-inch 1999 portrait edition.
Oh, there's people who seek out those.
Yeah. Oh, I recall it was like March or April of 1999, and I used to go to these Sunday science fiction conventions at the Shrine Auditorium, and one guy had Phantom Menace toys before they were released to the general public. Don't know how he got them. He wouldn't say. And he was selling these 12 inches for like $100. And $100 back then was a lot of money.
That's
I remember one kid trading in his $100 bill for that Darth Maul. I've never seen a kid, when I say a kid, he was like maybe 17 or 18. I've never seen anyone look so happy.
Wow. Brought
happiness to his life, so good going there to you.
Go to shout-outs?
Yeah.
Because I think I've shared this story before.
Okay. All right, so now for shout-outs, we're going to shout out more of you Skywalkers because we have some more stories that you had posted regarding your first time seeing Star Wars or the Phantom Menace.
And once again, these are on Facebook. So it was in our Facebook group and our Facebook page, Skywalking Through Neverland. So Jeffrey Beaumont writes, my first time watching Star Wars Episode 4 was at the La Habra Drive-In. That was also my first time listening to the Maestro's incredible soundtrack come through the speaker that was attached to the car's window. It might have been a double feature with Empire, but I don't remember. It was 41 years ago since the original came out when I turned 4. To this day, the soundtrack is the greatest. This is my favorite movie ever, and I open automatic doors with a movement of my hand like a Jedi. Thank you, Mr. Lucas, the maker, for allowing us to play in your imagination.
All right, so come on. Who amongst us has never done this?
Oh,
nobody.
It's amazing.
Yeah, everyone has gone to these automatic doors and just waved your hand.
Done that. It's kind of like similar if you're a Star Trek fan and you press the Keurig maker and go tea, oh, grey hot. Yes.
Just like that.
Yes. All right, so Tracy Degerman writes, I was 8 when A New Hope was released. I remember waiting with my family in a line that stretched around the corner and down the street alongside the old Lincoln Theater in Mount Vernon, Washington. Everyone was surprised there was a line. We were among the last to get in for that screening and had to sit down in the front row with our heads craned back. Didn't matter to me, though. I was mesmerized from the opening frame.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, Meredith Duckworth, who is right here in the Sky Chat, she had posted, one of my friends had a friend who managed a theater that got a last-minute show for the Phantom Menace. That friend and I saw it dozens of times in that theater. By about the 7th time, we were dating, and by the time the sequel trilogy came out, we were married with 2 Padawans.
Aww.
That's a great story.
That's awesome. I love that.
Now, Patrick Izzo, he writes, we camped out in front of the theater for the Phantom Menace at 9 p.m. the night before. Unfortunately, the manager came out and told us that the police were just going to make us leave, although he really appreciated that we chose his theater to see the movie. We came back in the pre-dawn hours and managed to get our picture in the paper. Here's a picture of the newspaper. Oh, we're showing it right now.
Yeah, I'm going to show it.
All right, my buddy is seated in the black. I am seated speaking to a young lady who was telling us about their Star Wars themed wedding she was planning.
Nice. Aww. So
everyone,
he's in the white right there.
Yeah. Everyone watching us right now live can see this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Awesome. Jeremy Shields writes, I waited in line for Phantom Menace tickets with one of my best friends during a very long period of will they or won't they with her. Our friends used to ask us what the story was. I married her 18 years ago yesterday.
I love those stories.
I know.
All right, our good friend Shamim Dana, the Skywalking Bounty Hunter, he writes, I was 6 years old when I saw the Phantom Menace on my birthday, May 19th, 1999, opening day. I was born on May the 19th, 1993. I saw Star Wars in 1997 during the 20th anniversary. So on his 6th birthday, you got to see the Phantom Menace.
Here,
oh,
hold
here
on,
he is
I'll
right
show
now.
another picture. Hold on. Let's see. Make it bigger.
We're showing a picture of Shamim as Shamim. You must be 6 years old here. You're lifting up that double-bladed lightsaber like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Either that or the dark side is overcoming you.
Oh, I love it.
Look,
all right.
You know what? Between him and who else said? Oh, Michael Cannon is born on a Star Wars day.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so cool.
Shamim, did your parents plan that?
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures you guys shared. Let's see. Oh, Patrick Izzo has a closer picture of the newspaper picture. That's good. Yeah.
All right. Matthew Irving, he writes, May 25th is the actual Star Wars day. None of this May the 4th nonsense. Yes, I saw it in 1977 in a theater in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. He's one of those first generationers who's like, May the 4th doesn't exist.
Right. By the way, this is what the drive-in, the La Habra drive-in looked like.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was a baseball field.
No, yeah, but look, there's a screen right there on the top left.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah. It's amazing.
It's hard to believe that La Habra looked like that back then.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua Jordan, he writes, I wasn't born when Star Wars came out. However, I do remember seeing it for the first time on the big screen a few years back. I wrote an article about it on the Skywalking Through Neverland website. As for the Phantom Menace, I bought every piece of merchandise that had a high schooler. I bought up every piece of merchandise that a high schooler could afford. I'm not just talking action figures and t-shirts, but everything that was promoting the movie, from cups and kids' meal toys, from KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, to posters. I even tried to collect all the Pepsi cans.
Wow.
Oh, that was a nightmare, those Pepsi cans.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to drill a hole in the bottom, let all of the soda leak out so you could preserve the can. Then you had to wash the can.
Oh my gosh.
So there wouldn't be any gunk or sugar inside. The bugs would just make a home in there. Oh, that was...
Wow.
Yeah. When I was moving, I had to throw out.
Oh, no. Yeah. All right. Well, Judy Westlake writes, we were living in Iceland in 1977, and we brought our black and white little TV as we were told color TV wasn't available. Of course, we get there, it had just started. After watching our little black and white TV, it was an awesome event to go see Star Wars in color on the big screen, taking our 2.5-year-old son and several months old daughter.
It's amazing seeing something on like a small screen, or like in her case, watching TV on a small black and white, then going to the movies and seeing this big vibrant screen playing Star Wars. It's like people who just saw Star Wars on VHS and then
Yep.
got to see it in a theater.
Oh, it was amazing.
Like yourself, sweetie.
Like me.
It's
It was
all-
like seeing a new film.
Mhm.
Completely new. Colors, sound.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard like the little Star Wars, the French horn playing when Luke is coming on and Bruce going, Luke, Luke, and I never heard that because the mix, like, it was so amazing seeing it in the theater.
Alan Sanborn says, that's why you need to go to the theater. But now we have 4K, we have high resolutions, we have bigger TV screens.
Dolby, Atmos.
And you don't have to leave the house. And no one's going to be bothering you. Like I've never had to pour water on the seat next to me so Sarah wouldn't sit down. I never had to do that. Therefore, we shall see everything at home. All right, let's wrap things up with a comment by Star Wars author John Jackson Miller. He writes, I saw Star Wars at the Whitehaven Twin just a few doors down from Graceland. Elvis Presley often took over the theater for personal midnight screenings for his friends. Meanwhile, I had to wait weeks to get in. He's known to have seen Star Wars there, though it's not known whether it was the last film he ever saw. Most likely it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And because of that, Lisa Marie, his daughter, is like a big Darth Vader fan.
Oh, wow.
I got to be a Darth Vader cosplayer at one of her birthday parties.
Oh.
We're at this club, and I'm in a mask, and I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to her. At least I think I was talking to her. I don't know because I couldn't see. But I ended up talking to some other guest who is the girl from that 70s show.
Oh,
Donna, is that her
Mila
name?
Kunis? Or,
No, the other one with the long red hair.
Red hair. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, talked to her for about an hour about Star Wars, and someone said,
Wow.
"Hey, that's the girl from that 70s show." Probably. Oh, most likely. Okay.
Yay.
So many great stories, so many great adventures, and so many memories. So thank you, Skywalkers, for sharing all of these stories and personal insights and just personal memories.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this kind of trip through memory lane. I love hearing kind of the reviews of the time and the ads of the time, and yeah, it's just really cool.
All right, Meredith Duckworth says her name was Laura Prepon.
Okay.
The girl from the 70s show.
Right. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Meredith.
Well, that wraps up episode 329 of...
30.
Oh, wow. Are we there already?
Yep.
Well, that wraps up this Star Wars Celebration episode 330 of Skywalking Through Neverland. Once again, we want to thank all of you Skywalkers for sharing your stories on seeing Star Wars and the Phantom Menace, and for watching the live stream today and commenting on all of our videos and all of our posts and everything you do to support the Skywalking Network.
Yes. Oh, Skywalkers, it's so nice. And this week we are going to be at Legoland on Thursday. So watch for some video from that. We may be doing a live stream. I won't promise a live stream because it is really hard to take video and do the live streams and take pictures. Anyway, but maybe just keep
posted.
Yeah, keep posted. Look at our social media. And maybe we'll be sharing some Instagram stories. So at Skywalking Pod, make sure you check that out too.
And as a reminder, our Friday night pop culture trivia will just be once a month starting in June.
Right.
So stay tuned for the date.
There will be no Friday. Well, I don't know if there's going to be Friday night pop culture trivia this Friday.
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So next Friday night pop culture date will be in June, and we'll let you know when.
But we are still doing the Zoom roundtable discussions for the Bad Batch every Friday.
Yes, at 7:45 p.m. Pacific. All right, so if that's all too much to remember, just sign up to receive our weekly newsletter. You can click on the link in the show notes, or you can head to skywalkingthroughneverland.com and look for the menu tab, sign up for our newsletter. It's right there. And we'd also like to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support, especially through this pandemic. It was so nice of them. And are you guys thinking of a trip to Disney parks? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you. And also, June 4th, Avengers Campus opens. We will be there, and with Small World Vacations, we will be doing a couple giveaways with them. So make sure you're following us, and we'll keep you apprised of all the details on that. Yay! Of the new merchandise, too.
Can't wait for that.
So exciting.
Now, do you love Skywalking Through Neverland? Of course you do. Look at everything we give you. Come on. Now, do you love all of the Marvel and Star Wars shows coming to Disney Plus? Well, consider becoming a member of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon. Here, we are posting all of our WandaVision and Bad Batch and Falcon the Winter Soldier Zoom chats as audio podcasts, and they are really interesting. Lots of great insights. So you definitely want to hear those.
Yeah, and this bonus content begins at only $5 a month. So check it out. Go to skywalkingforce.com, and we hope you become a part of the Skywalking Force. And we really want to thank those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force. We appreciate you.
Now, if you watched our Knott's Berry Farm 100th anniversary, you'll see what your funds go to.
Yes, that video. Yeah, and I believe we took a picture of the fun.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, you know what? Do you want to get that? It's on the Papa Sun. No, okay, that's fine.
Okay, keep on reading that.
Yeah. All right, we are part of the Skywalking Network,
Skynet,
where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes, classic Marvel Star Wars comics, the Max Effects podcast, the Neverland Clubhouse, Resilience Squadron, Totally Tell Me Everything, and Star Wars Ologies, a new podcast about science and Star Wars. You can also find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And our Facebook group is a great place to go and share fun experiences like we did this week. So just search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join, and then answer the questions that pop up. And if you invite people to come to our group, please make sure that they answer the questions that pop up as well. You can also email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
always remember
to have a happy Star Wars month. And yeah, I got to give another shout outs to Return of the Jedi, which opened on May 25th, 1983. But we didn't want to keep. Yeah, the show would have been really, really, really heavy. And but maybe next year we can do a Empire Strikes Back and Attack of the Clones and Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith.
I'd love to do that. I think that's fun. All right, but Skywalkers, I think everyone likes this 5 o'clock time. At one point, we had like almost 30 people on watching us. So this is a cool time. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. All right, so we really appreciate all the support, the financial support the Skywalking Force gives us, and we bought this. This is it's a Steadicam, let's say.
Yes. Here, we'll go this way. Oh.
So that way when we're walking around, it doesn't look like we taped the camera on the back of a drunk monkey.
Right. Yeah, so it's steady. I don't know if this will work in this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but it's really cool. And when it's working, when it's on, it looks really neat.
Yeah, so when you watch our last video, you'll really see the difference. You get these nice sweeping shots.
Yeah. Woo, it like moves around and the camera. It's a Steadicam, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Aw.
Oh, thanks, Alan. You too. Glad that you're there.
Yeah. Thank you, Alan. Well, it's fun to share it with all of you guys. So thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yes, we will. Another fun-filled episode.
Yes. All right, Skywalkers, we're going to say goodbye for now.
But we will see you on Friday for our Bad Batch discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
All right. Anything else? So, yeah. Once again, happy Star Wars Day. I can't believe we're recording this on Star Wars Day. That makes me so happy.
Yay. All right. Well, bye, everyone. We love you guys.